decided against it. We're just gonna not.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Hello! How the heck are you doing?
I'm doing, chaotic.
Absolutely wonderful. I love the earrings. I noticed them before the RSO. They're very nice.
Thank you. They're one of my favorites. I'm here for the open forum part.
Yes, absolutely. You can just pop down anywhere on the side over here that's open to our gallery and guests. And then there's a couple of agendas that got passed around over here. I noticed that open forum is pretty high up because we don't have like any presentations or anything today, so we'll get to go pretty early.
Thank you.
Nice. And then I'm sorry, your name?
That's okay. Katie and Joey.
I thought it was Katie. Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's nice to see you guys.
Heck yeah, nice to see you too. Yes. Yeah. Alright.
Yes, there was
I have
one on the
placards.
table.
Look at all these placards I have
Do you
for
want
people.
It's a handheld.
Or are you just going to make everyone do
Just
it?
press down the button and hold it.
Thank
It'll come
you.
right on.
Thank you.
Would you like to fold them for me?
I'll help, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's start folding some of these. I will say there's not placards for everyone because we only did placards for people who completed the senator intake form because we didn't want to assume people's pronouns.
That's
so we
fair.
don't have placards for everyone.
That's okay. I respect the decision.
Yeah. Edie, would you do me a favor and fold some placards with me?
Yes. How do you want to fold it? I can help you with that. Okay.
Yo, heck yeah.
So move. Maybe I pass it off my glasses.
There you go.
Hey, it's mine. So just like a halfway?
Yeah, just fold it like this.
Like a hot
Yep.
dog.
And then try to make it as even as humanly possible, but I recognize that humanly possible means not precise. Hello, how's it going? I'm glad to see you were able to make it. Oh, and actually, you by existing just reminded me that I have to send out the Zoom link to Darlington.
Okay.
Just got it.
I have a very wide backpack.
Oh, no, you're good. Yes, absolutely.
Are we gonna get these ones this year?
Right?
Do I have? I still don't have the Zoom link.
Edmund, question. Do you work at Target? I do. Do you? Okay, yeah, I do. I thought I saw you one night when I was working Drive Up, and I was like, oh,
Is
I
that
don't
the
know
vice
what that is,
president?
but
Yeah.
like when? I just started like 2.5, 3 weeks
Hello.
ago.
That makes sense. How's it
he's
going?
Like, yeah,
It is going very
I've been
good.
working there about like 2 years, but I'm in demand, so I just show up when I feel like I have a time. And yeah, that's fair. I respect it.
What's
How do you
up?
like it? I don't. It's really nice.
Yours is.
Yeah, it's not terrible yet.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we may have yours and we may not. We're doing it based on
It's gonna
who
what?
filled out
It's gonna
the
surprise
intake
you.
form.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm
if
sure
you
it's
filled
gonna
out the
just like
intake
one
form,
day
we got
it's
it.
just gonna be
Because
like,
otherwise,
okay,
we
no,
didn't
no
want to
more.
assume people's pronouns.
Yeah.
So it might be somewhere in here. It may not. Heck yeah.
I also have Edmund.
Okay. Cool, cool.
And I got this right. That's fine.
I choose to not have mine because that's not what my name is, and I don't know how that happened.
I'm gonna give me a microphone so I don't have
Yes. This is for you, dog. All right. Do where is kidding? I just. Douglas, will you take yours, and also will you pass this down to Maria, who's sitting right past Koshangi?
I don't know who that one is. No.
What was the guy in? They were there before. Honestly, I'm kind of face blind. I don't know people's faces.
You're good.
I'm bad at faces.
You're good.
Yeah.
Trying my best.
Alright. Thank you. Alright, here's what's up. We got placards over here, and we're gonna start just sending them around. I recognize that not everyone is here, and also not everyone is going to have a placard because these are based off of the senator intake form so that we could get your pronouns right. If you didn't fill out the senator intake form with pronouns, we didn't make one because we didn't want to assume people's pronouns. So I'm going to start trying to send them around to people, but yeah. I also am still in the process of getting to know people's faces, so bear with me on that. Send it down that way. Senator Atmaker. I don't think they're here. Yeah, I was gonna say. Namita Basnet. Sorry.
usually sits next to me. So just
It's Marika.
Basnet will probably go.
Yeah. You want to just put that over there then for now? Yeah. Senator Kang is not here. Are you? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so face blind. Well, no. Rollo is just over there. Do you want to pass this down to?
Yeah.
I suppose if you're gonna sit, are you gonna sit here? Oh, okay.
Hello.
They have little name tags.
Yes, I'm in the process of parsing them out.
Okay, yeah, and if people don't have them, that means they didn't fill out my form.
Yep, exactly. I express that to people. Messed up
Sorry.
over this.
Oh, hi.
Bennett, are you willing to pass this down? Kang is not here yet. Atmaker is not here yet. Basnet's not here yet. Woldenheid's not here yet.
Oh, sorry.
You good?
Okay, and then...
Also,
Oh, it's already 4?
yeah.
One moment.
Yes. Hey.
And that's September 10th.
Yeah, well, that's because we just.
Maybe we wait.
Yeah. What's up?
Okay, if I'm not here.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes because we only just got access to the Zoom link, and I sent that out to the people who had made a request for the Zoom link now. So I'm just gonna give it just like a second for courtesy-wise, and also if anyone else is straggling late. Oh, there's Senator King.
Well, I can...
Do you want to pass this down to King?
Can we get this?
Hi, Darlington. I'm sorry, I just sent you the meeting for the Zoom link. We only just got it like literally seconds ago.
Oh, but look who made it.
And also,
I have a problem because
unfortunately,
I assumed that it was not approved.
yeah, no, that's right. I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, we unfortunately don't have yours yet because this is based off of the senator intake form. So if that wasn't filled up, we didn't want to assume people's pronouns for putting them on here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's also no worry. So, plus, I know you.
All right.
Hello. Wait. I got this for you. The date on the agenda is wrong?
Oh yeah, so it's August 24th.
No, I forgot to update it. That's my bad. Oops.
I usually look at them.
Like the
Fill out my form.
Yeah. Emma, are you alright with taking my speakers off again?
Oh, yeah,
So,
Yeah.
I printed off some stuff yesterday, like paperwork and whatnot. So, if you want to
No readings for today. Alright. Are we good? Cool. Alright, everybody. If we are ready, I'm going to go ahead and call our second student government meeting of the semester to order at, I can't quite see the clock, but I'm going to take a guess that it's like 4:02. calling the meeting to order. All right, welcome everybody. We're going to kick it off once again with a roll call. So I'm going to go through. When I say your name, please indicate that you are present either verbally or with a visual like hand raise or placard raise. And also, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out how to correctly pronounce these names. So if I mess up, please call me out on it. I'm absolutely horrible at pronouncing people's names. So I'm going to start us off. Senator Ibrahim, thank you. Present. Senator Bassnett.
Here.
Present. Thank you. Senator Kang.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Larson.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Woldekaiden. Senator Woldekaiden does not appear to be present. Senator Dermenji. Thank you. Senator Victor Nguyen. Thank you. All right. Senator Roberts.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Ibarra. Thank you. Senator Nick Wynn.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Nirala.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Al-Harbi. Senator Al-Harbi. No Senator Al-Harbi. All right. Senator Dustin.
Yep.
Thank you. Senator Atmaker. Senator Atmaker. Do not see Senator Atmaker. However, they may be joining us on Zoom later, so I will keep an eye open for that. Senator Mendez Martinez. Thank you. Senator Hawk.
Here.
There you are. Thank you. All right. Senator Mesta.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Osman. Senator Osman. All right. Senator Parek. Thank you. Senator Seek. Thank you. Senator Blanchard. Thank you. Senator Hansen.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Jha.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Royger.
Here.
There you are. Thank you. And then President Zelmer.
Here.
Vice President Ibrahim.
Here.
And me. All right. That's amazing. Thank you all very much. Moving right along, we do not have any presentations for today, which is nice for the sake of time, which means that we're going to jump straight into open forum. So anybody who wishes to speak to the floor may now address the floor. I was made aware that our friend Katie from Speech and Debate is interested in speaking at open forum, so I will yield to Katie.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Joey. It was wonderful. And yeah, best place to stand so everyone can
Please,
see.
the podium.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here with you today. I just wanted to come in so we could get to know each other a little bit. And for those of you who I haven't met, some of you I've had the fortune of meeting, and I appreciate that. But my name is Katie Brunner. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm the director of Speech and Debate. So for those of you who may not be aware of who we are, a little overview of what it is we do. We are a competitive speech and debate team, but the thing I want to be most proud of, and something we've been working really, really hard on the last 2 years especially, is we are a team that's open to everyone, whether that's someone who wants to work on public speaking skills, someone who wants to work on language skills, someone who wants to get involved in debate, whether that was in a format that they had done in their home country and want to try here and get involved in debate, and everything in between. So we do like to let people know that our main focus of the team, mainly accessibility and also wellness, mental health wellness on all levels of student life, really, and our coaches' lives in the best case scenario, obviously. And also equity, which is something that we're really, really striving for this year. And so we meet every week. I don't know if some of you have been able to join us, but for anyone and everyone who wishes to be involved, we meet on Mondays in Armstrong Hall, room 311, although we also split up into some other rooms in order to get some different content and allow people to learn about these things at the level that they feel most comfortable with. So if we're not in 311, we might be in the rooms really close and surrounding that. But I do want to put an open invitation out there for anyone who would want to join us. And the last thing I wanted to share with you all is we actually host a tournament on campus. And on top of if you would wanted to ever be involved with the team, great, but it's also an opportunity for you to come and observe what we do, and we would love to have anyone there who would like to observe that event. And it's one of many things that we're trying to do this year, that we want to try to make the team as accessible as possible, whether you are on the team or whether you are a member of campus, the campus community in another capacity. So there are many different events that we're trying to work on to get us closer to that goal. So I don't know if anybody has any questions, but I was mainly just coming in here to tell you a little bit more about who we are. Yeah, do you have a question?
Justin?
Oh yeah, so thank you so much for joining us, and from the brilliance and eloquence of your speech, I can project or just predict how good the debate team is. I just wanted to know, can you tell us a little bit more about some of your accomplishments?
Yes, I can. Absolutely. I'm humble sometimes, so I appreciate that question. Yeah, actually, we were really, really excited last year that we were able to attend both of our national tournaments in person again. And some really exciting things came out of that, particularly in our debate realm. We had a team of actually a brand new international student on the team, and then another student who joined us as a part of our 220 class, who had no idea what debate was and who joined us because she thought it was a forensic science class. And they made it all the way to the semifinal round at the national tournament in debate, which was incredibly exciting for us. We also had numerous different accomplishments at that tournament that were for the speech events, our individual events as they're called on the circuit. And so there were numerous students who ended up in the octafinal rounds, students who were in the quarterfinal rounds, semifinals, and then there was also one who earned a third place in her poetry interpretation at the Pi Kappa Delta. And that was just one of our national tournaments. So last year we got the privilege to attend two, and we thank you, student government, for approving the funding to be able to do that, by the way. And at our national tournament, in the second national tournament that we went to, we had two students who broke their speech events to quarterfinal rounds, and then one student who advanced all the way to the semifinal round. And as a team, we actually ended up fourth place in our division at that national tournament. So we were really very excited about that. Thank you for the question. I appreciate it.
Amazing. Congratulations for that.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah. So I was just wondering, you work with all the speech and debate students. Is there anything that you think your students would like to be brought to the knowledge of student government, or how we can better support them in their endeavors?
What an excellent question. So we really have been excited about how our numbers are growing. We've been able to reach students who we hadn't originally been able. Matter of fact, the pandemic allowed us to find creative ways to reach students, especially international students, who we were able to rework our class, the CMST 220 class, to allow that to be more of an introductory class where students can join at multiple levels of experience. It is a little bit of a challenge for us sometimes when students join us and their desire is to grow these skills and to find a community, and we don't have much of a space outside of where our team just has meetings. Right? And so we have the meetings, and then if they do decide that competition is what their goal is, they get a chance to bond with students in a different kind of way there. However, we have some social events that we organize, and we do those in as many spaces as we can around Mankato or at houses. But yeah, it is a little bit of a challenge space-wise, and I'm sure that's not the first time anybody has brought that up. But outside of that, right, we love to try to get students involved with the student government as well. And if anybody has had debate experience or not had debate experience or speech experience who wants to also join us and be a part of our team, that's something that we love as well, because that just gives us an opportunity to be able to get to know a little bit more about what the students who serve this campus do. So, yeah, I appreciate the question.
Very nice. Do we have any other questions? Any other questions? And seeing none, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. I will leave this with the information about our team meetings so people can take a picture of it. Douglas, will you please go put it back on my door when people are done? Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there a place that, would this be okay here?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have anybody else here for open forum? Yes, I recognize Scott.
Good afternoon, everybody. Scott Nelson, Intercollegiate Athletics. Good to see so many faces from last year and all the new faces, student government. It's nice to see this room full again. Excited. Kicked off our athletic seasons last weekend on the road with soccer and volleyball. And in a really weird way, it's the first time I've been here since basically 2003. I don't remember us having the first 2 weekends with no home games. So we're on the road for everything this weekend. Again, football kicks their season off tomorrow night. Volleyball's going to Michigan, volleyball's going to Indiana, and soccer's going to Michigan this weekend. But next weekend we start with our home activities. Soccer next Friday at 3. After that, at Shields, we're having an athletic department kickoff, open to the public, and they're going to give out Maverick athletic yard signs to the first 200 people. The band will be there. Our football team, cheer and dance, will be there. So it'll be a great way just to kind of mingle with our student athletes. And then Saturday we have our football game, which grateful student government's handing out T-shirts. We got spots set up for you, excited for that. And then Sunday, again, soccer rounds out the weekend, next weekend at home. Outside of that, 2 weeks from now, we'll have our inaugural Bend of the River Music Festival at Blakesley Stadium Practice Fields, which we're really excited about. It's the first one we've had, obviously, and a great chance to showcase Minnesota State to southern Minnesota and northern Iowa in a broader sense to people who maybe wouldn't be coming here for anything other than a concert. So ticket sales are going good for that. Look for opportunities to buy tickets in the Student Union and University Dining Center for our students. If they don't want to buy them online, they can buy them there next Tuesday and then on Wednesday the 14th. So looking forward to seeing you all at events. We'll be in touch. I had a great opportunity to meet with President Zelmer and the president of our Student Athlete Advisory Committee about 10 days ago, and we'll once again kind of have a Student Athlete Advisory Committee and Student Government Summit before our volleyball game, and just an opportunity for everybody to mingle and get to know each other a little bit. And looking forward to athletics helping you guys as much as possible, and whatever you need from us, us doing the same for you. So,
amazing. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions?
awesome. You guys are easy on me today. If you haven't downloaded our app yet, MSU Athletics in the App Store. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Scott Nelson. All right. Do I have anyone else? Yeah, absolutely.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Todd Fingston. I'm the Director of Campus Recreation. It's great to see new faces and returning faces and student leadership. It's going to be a great year. Campus Recreation, so we're talking the Sports Dome. I help oversee that facility. The Rec Center, all the indoor and outdoor recreation facilities, and then all the programs that go in there. So all the way from open recreation to intramural sports, sport clubs, fitness activities. We hire lots of student staff. And Sam's going to get up in just a little bit and talk about Maverick Adventures. But you'll see us at most of your student government meetings. I had another meeting last week at this time, so I didn't make it. But normally you're going to see me at most all your meetings. So here to support, here to take ideas, questions, things like that. But we're one of those important departments that provides that out-of-classroom experience for you on campus. So,
amazing. Do we have any questions for Todd? Any questions? All right, seeing none. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I take it that was a layup to Sam Steiger to go next.
Nice.
Layup, get it? Campus Rec. Nice one. Folks, my name is Sam Steiger. I'm program coordinator for Maverick Adventures here at MSU. So Maverick Adventures does team building, leadership development. We do ropes course events, we do rock climbing, and we do outdoor programs, all out of campus recreation. You will see me at a lot of these meetings. I like to support you all as student leaders. Anything I can do to help, definitely reach out to us. We've got a number of initiatives that we work on with Student Senate. And one thing that I'm not sure if President Zelmer has mentioned, but President Zelmer and I have been meeting a good bit about Pizza with the President, which is coming up this coming Tuesday. And it's at 5:30 on the Presca lawn. And definitely I invite you for free pizza but also some fun and games. We're going to have yard games, some other stuff going on. So come on out and join us for that. Pizza with the President. We're celebrating the inauguration of President Inch. Stand for questions if anyone has any questions.
As Sam said, do we have any questions? Yes, Senator Roberts.
When is the next event that you're doing in terms of external campus events?
External campus events. I'm not sure if I know exactly the way you're going. Are you talking about Maverick Adventures outdoor programs? Great. So we just are releasing right now, coming up on the 18th of September. It's a Sunday. There's a canoeing event coming up at Duck Lake Park. We'll provide transportation from campus to Duck Lake Park, where we're going to have an ample amount of canoes to teach people canoe skills. It's great for beginners all the way through experienced paddlers, but we're going to get out on the lake and have some water fun out at Duck Lake, which is about 15 minutes away from campus, very accessible. That's going to be a really fun event, and I do expect it to sell out for registration. Registration is easily accessible on the Campus Rec app. And you can find that at MNSU Campus Recreation on any app store. And through the Maverick Adventures links, you can register for events.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Do we have any other questions? Any other questions at all? All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Then do we have anyone else here for open forum? Anyone else for open forum? Yes, Senator Dustin.
So hi everyone. I'm here on behalf of the Student Activities Center, and basically we have a department in student activities that is called the Maverick Involvement Team. So what we do basically is that we work with RSOs, like the recognized organizations on campus, help them try to match out their organizations with meaningful resources and also to tell them about leadership opportunities. And we have a program called Involve. Let me see the name of that program. It's called Involve You. Involvement U or something like that. And that program is basically a workshop that comes out every Tuesday. And I just thought about to encourage student leaders who are very committed to leadership or who really want to iron out their leadership potential. Look out for that meeting. It's every Tuesdays from 5 to 6 p.m. and it's in CSU 191 right here. But we are deciding to make that program more accessible to students by going out maybe outside, but we're still thinking about that. But in the meantime, we have that location set up. And you can also invite people from your committees or people from your organizations. It's just basically a leadership opportunity and trainings that we go to decide to just talk about leadership topics. So yeah, that program is out. And today I also wanted to flag out how student activities were able to put out a very massive event today. The fair today was really successful. We had a lot of people attending, a lot of organizations, the RSOs were there, and new students are able to really join new groups. So yeah, I'll stand out for questions if you want to, if you have one.
Well, you heard Senator Dustin. Do we have any questions? Yes, Senator Bassnett.
So, are we also having free food there?
All right, so in one of our meetings, we try to figure out ways to really attract students. And over the past, I just took over this position, so I decided to see how we can really get students. And one idea that came to mind was having pizza. That is not concluded upon yet, but we have that option. So if you guys like pizza, that would be something that will attract you, hopefully. So we'll be putting out free pizza in one of our meetings and see, just as an experiment, to see how people will attend and respond to that pizza. And if that works, maybe we'll continue that trend.
Amazing, thank you. Do we have any other questions? Oh, Senator Bassnett again.
So my folks, my friends were asking about if they happen to involve, since you say that you are organizing that event from student activities. The international friends were asking if they could get the international scholarship from scholarship points from there.
Thank you. That's a really important question. I actually had a meeting with Jesse before coming for a student government meeting right now. And yeah, like I said, we're trying to really figure out ways to make this program accessible to students and to encourage them at all costs so that they can attend. And one way we think we can do this is to work with KIC to just provide like points to students who will attend, especially international students towards the scholarship, because for instance, students may have other events going on campus that count as like volunteer hours, and that goes towards their Maverick scholarship. So if this program can be considered as one of those events that counts as an hour like program to attend to gain maybe 1 or 2 points towards the scholarship, I think we can really attract more students to that. And Jessie was really open to this idea. She's ready to work with me on it. She said a couple of things which I'll be putting together soon, but she's ready to work with them. So I cannot guarantee anything from the standpoint of scholarship points, but KIC is ready to work with us on that. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Yeah.
Thank you. And Senator Roberts?
It's more of a comment, but also a question. For Involve You, I know that several students are busy on this campus and time might not work out perfectly. Is there a proposition where some of those meetings may be recorded so some students can access them later if they're interested in obtaining some of the information?
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And currently, I don't think we don't have that program going on to record the meetings, but it sounds like a really good idea, especially if students who cannot attend can go later on to watch it. And maybe if that seems to be something really impactful to them, they can attend in person to just build out that one-on-one connection. And also, I think it's a really good way to expand the audience of our program. So yeah, I can consider that and reach out to the rest of the board members on that. But thank you.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Do we have any further questions for Senator Dustin? Any further questions? And seeing none, thank you very much. All right, do we have anyone else for open forum? Anyone else for open forum? And seeing none, we will close open forum. So, our next item on the agenda is the approval of consent agenda. You'll notice that this one today is a little bit meaty because we're approving a lot of RSOs and pushing forward a lot of appointments. You will also likely see the same thing for next week, where there will be a lot more appointments and RSOs being brought through. But I will once again ask, is there any dissent to approving the consent agenda? Dissent, of course, meaning that you are opposed to one or multiple items on here and would like to pull them for special consideration. All right. I will ask again, is there any dissent to the approval of consent agenda? Seeing no dissent, I will assume unanimous consent, and the approval of the consent agenda is passed. Try to do that one softer, because I know it's so loud for you guys right next to me. But yes, the consent agenda is passed, so we will move right along to our officer reports for today. I will yield to President Zelmer.
Awesome. Hi, friends. First, I wanted to thank everyone that did their bylaw duty and constitutional duty of attending our combined student affairs and academic affairs meeting today. We had a lot of fun. We got to know each other a little bit better. We learned what animal everyone would be if they were an animal. And we also worked on just some like grounding in values, as well as what expectations you have of the exec board and cabinet, as well as we started talking about some expectations of senators as well. So thank you for all those who came. We will be setting on to IT, all the different words we came up with, as well as hopefully have it like on our agenda or something like that, something cute. Beyond that, I'm going to hand out a couple, well, just one sheet actually. But so as mentioned by athletics, so every year student government sponsors like the first game day shirt. And with that, we get to pass them out. So for office hours, yes, you will get to come pass out t-shirts. It's 5 p.m. Saturday, September 10th. It is a night game. Or, sorry, go ahead, John.
4 p.m., right?
Oh, yes, 4 p.m. I wrote 4 p.m. and it looked wrong. So it's 4 p.m. We will be passing out T-shirts. We'll go set up. Also, you get first dibs on your size of T-shirt if you pass them out. We'll be passing out these T-shirts to students, supporting athletics, as well as talking about, student government. So make sure you sign up to come for that. It'll be a lot of fun, and I'll see about some dinner or something like that. And then beyond that, a few things I wanted to update you all on. So first, we had a couple meetings this week. The exec board went to athletics SAC meetings, so the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. For those who don't know, athletes kind of go through the NCAA route. That's why often we don't see them at student government, since although they are regular students, many of the issues that they might have to do with athletics, and the NCAA kind of is able to handle that for them. But I did tell them anytime they need us, they come to us. I'm hoping this year that we'll be able to have engaged student meet and greets before some of the games. Their student president will be sending me their priority game sheet, so each team sends out one game they really want students at. I'm hoping we'll have involved student nights as well as student senate nights on those nights, so then we can go and support athletics. We really need to make sure we're showing up for them, because when we need them, they show up for us. So I hope we get to go to games, and we'll invite Greek Life and Student Events Team and all these different student orgs to come and go to the game together, as well as lead by example, so students know they should be attending games as well. We also met with the Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion, Vice President Morris. Something to be on everyone's radar is that this year the university will be conducting a campus climate survey. That's part of Equity 2030, the system's initiative to have all of Minnesota State completely equitable by 2030, so everyone who comes here has the same opportunities to succeed. A campus climate survey, admin, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but a campus climate survey is really surveying students and faculty to see if everyone feels safe on campus, feels accepted, and they're able to attend here fully. So it's really making sure that the atmosphere on campus is acceptable or is accepting of all students. So that survey will be going out, as well as we'll be able to appoint some students to kind of help oversee that process as well. We also met today with student success staff. Student success is a newer area of campus. I believe it was created in 2019. In there is advising, as well as registration and a few other areas. They're working on Grad Planner. Grad Planner is where it's kind of, think JARS but better. So it works with JARS, so you could plan ahead the classes you want to take every semester. It is out. We're not pushing it out to students because it's not completely finished. It's kind of like a pilot program at this point. But if you all could take some time, try using the software. That way, you write down any issues you have with it, any areas for improvement, so we can send it over to them and they can make it better for all students. As well as anything with that, let us know and we'll be able to send it, anything through them. Once we finally confirm our academic affairs coordinator, they'll be kind of the liaison with that group. We also had a university consultant on campus this week. President Inch is doing a full review of the university. He asked the National Association of State Colleges and Universities to come in and just review all our processes, see what areas we have for growth and what we're doing well. So thank you to the senators who attended that on Monday, as well as we got some students who weren't senators, hi Julia, for attending that this morning as well. That'll be a report that's put on President Inch's desk to really see what we can do better. So they met with areas all over campus, but thanks for everyone who attended that. Other than that, thanks for everyone who met with us over the last week. We have been quite busy with all those meetings. Today I didn't really have time to breathe, but it was great meeting with you all. It was super fun and refreshing. So I did make a list of the people I still need to meet with. Hopefully you know who you are, but I will be sending out an email for you to meet with me. Some of these people have already scheduled another meeting with me, but their name's still on the list, so I apologize. So Darlington, Sierra, Ahmed, Maria, Kevin, Seen, Nidhi, Hussein, Namita, Susana, sorry if I'm mispronouncing, Dagwami, as well as Danawit and Maj. If we need to make sure we get those done as soon as possible, like early next week. That's how I can make sure I get you on the committees you want. It is first come, first serve for committees. So if you're like, I really want this committee, you got to meet with me as soon as possible. That way I can get you on those lists and on those committees. Also, thanks to everyone who filled out my form. If you didn't fill out the form, you don't have a name card because we don't know your pronouns that you would like or what your preferred name is. So please make sure you fill that out so I'm able to do that, as well as that kind of helps guide my committee process. Sorry, I have a couple more things. Pizza with the President is this Tuesday on the UDC lawn or the Presca lawn. We were able to move it so we can catch students on their way over. We've got how many pizzas coming? Like 250 some pizzas. So we gotta all make sure we show up, as well as we need some help setting up. So if you're free at like 5, at 5 we're gonna want to set things up. We have prizes, bingo. Sam's really been doing a lot of that work, so thank you for that. There will also be some familiar figures on these like head cut-off pictures, so you're able to like put your head on there and have a picture with President Inch as well as Stomper. That was quite interesting. A few of us went, so make sure you go and you put your head on our bodies with President Inch and Stomper. It's the best way I can explain it. So that's something else we did. And again, that is Tuesday, 5:30 to 7:30. Make sure you meet the president, let him know who you are, as well as a great time to meet with students around campus. Friday of next week is the inauguration ceremony for President Inch. Student government leaders are able to attend that, so make sure that you let me know if you want to attend. It's at 3 p.m. That's like a really big event, as well as there will be system office people there, university presidents from other places. A lot of our staff and faculty and alumni will be there, so make sure you show up. And I'm giving a little speech, so I'd like some familiar faces in the crowd, please. Vacancy elections, I am going to publicly shame myself. I hope every student watches this. We were hoping to do some this week. We don't have access to presents. Our advisor doesn't, our office manager doesn't. So we don't have access to the old page. So tomorrow I'm hoping to get us a new presents page up. RSO office also can't override it. So we're going to scrap the old page, make a new one, and get some forms up. Also during committee, we talked about another format to put forms up on. We'll also have one on Qualtrics, whatever that name is. And I know I sent out an all-student email, and it's my oops. I had the committee form twice on there. So I apologize to every student who went to apply for vacancy apps and realized it was the committee form. That is my problem, so we will be fixing it. Committee or vacancy elections are all taking place next week, so we'll get that form up soon. Make sure you push it out to all your friends and everyone to make sure they can apply. Other than that, Geotv is coming up. Congrats to our new well, it has a new name, but Legislative City University Affairs Coordinator, Senator Larson. She will be in charge of all of our Geotv stuff this semester. I did have a meeting with Students United, Director of Government Relations, Ben Remler. I've worked on Geotv with him for other things in the past, so they will be able to provide us a lot of support, some different forms, candidate stuff, so we'll be able to kind of get that all handed to us, but especially in October, it's going to be all hands on deck, making sure students are registered to vote. Students know that they can register in Minnesota if they've lived here for more than 20 days, and making sure that we have the highest voter turnout. I really want us all to win the Democracy Cup for our campus, so we need the highest voter turnout just to kind of like, be able to brag about that as well. That's all I have. Sorry for my long report.
No, thank you very much for all the information. Do we have any questions for President Zellmer? Is someone willing to yield to Mark Constantine?
I'll yield to Mark.
All right, Mark Constantine, go ahead.
Yeah, and I want to truck, so if you need any help moving your T-shirts for the football game from this building to athletics, I helped last year.
Ooh.
Count on me and let me know when you're going to meet in the CSU, what time, and that's when I'll be there if you want assistance.
Yes, thank you. We will let you know.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other questions for President Zellmer? Any other questions? All right, seeing none, we'll go ahead and move on to Vice President Ibrahim's report.
Thank you.
Oh,
that's loud. And for me, this week we met with Liz, the director of Women's Center, and I met with an advisor from Student Support Service and to talk to her about Maverick First program, just to see what's going on with that and how we can help as a student government. We also met with almost all of you, and I have been working on making appointments with the admins. And last but not least, we met with last week. We met with Teresa from the admissions office, who worked with transfer students, so we can understand the struggle going on in that area and how can we help. And that's all I have for you.
Amazing. I see a question from Senator Roberts.
I know that you. Can you elaborate a little bit more what you talked about with transfer students? I'm a little curious on what some of those issues are.
I yield to President.
Okay, cool. So Tressa is the admissions transfer representative. So any students transferring into the university applying, she's their transfer rep. So we really talked about like transferring, especially within the min-state system, but what's some struggles that either cause transfer students to take longer to graduate when they come here, as well as how we can really bring in more transfer students. I work in the admissions office. We get so many calls that are like, I want to know before I apply how my credits will transfer. That way they aren't paying the money. So some of the issues that came up, one was course evaluation, so what counts for what. There's some in the min-state system that are these courses automatically count across the system. But there's some, especially within majors, that need to be reviewed by a professor, but students have to ask for them to be reviewed. So oftentimes students are like, oh, I didn't get this on, this counts as my transfer list, it won't count, when they could just ask to have it reviewed and it could count. Also, it's not always standard across the board, so like, let's say it counts for, let's say we took the same class at South Central the same semester, the professor could choose to count it for me and not for Sierra. So that is like just a few of the things that like may come up for transfer students, as well as transfers kind of scattered throughout different departments on campus. So it's kind of hard when we're bouncing. I think President Inch called it the Maverick Shuffle in his convocation speech, where we just kind of bounce students around different departments. Transfer is not the only thing that is like siloed into 8 different places. So trying to see how we can make the process more streamlined, pave out those bumps in the road, and make sure everyone's communicating well. We will be meeting with Brian, the Director of Admissions, on Friday to talk a bit more about that and what we can do to help smooth it out forward, or what we should be pushing for as a student government, because I'm like, we want to fix transfer, right, but how? So being able to ask these questions, those are a few of the things that came up. I'll have to refer to my notes, but I'll be hopefully putting like a little like fact sheet on different issues into our Teams folder, so it could be like transfer, and we could like list the issues that come up, and you all would be able to add in things to those as well. That way, like when we're meeting with Dr. Jones, Vice President of Student Affairs, I can refer to my Student Affairs issues list, and I can be like, hey, let's talk about these, so it's not just what's in my brain that day. Cool. I'm sorry, I can't like fully answer. I don't remember every single thing. But that's a few.
No, that's really
okay, go ahead.
I also see that Senator Dustin has a question.
Yeah, so I myself, I transfer here, so pretty much I wanted to say that we cannot really have discussion about transfer students' situations when they are not on the table. So I just wanted to know, how did we gather like problems that transfer students, I know you said you speak with prospective students, but how do we really get the facts of the struggle of transfer students when we don't have transfer students themselves seated at the table? Because my experience while transferring here was the issue of the health insurance. So course evaluation, all that, yeah. But then Minnesota system does not accept students' external health insurance coverage. So like for instance, if you have an insurance from a different company or like from a private company and you're transferring to Minnesota system, they will tell you they will not accept that insurance. You have to get insurance from the university. So that's a real major problem for transfer students. So I don't know if that was one of the areas that were disclosed during the meeting. So I was just asking if you guys can maybe do some level of engagement with transfer students to gather the facts, then to just like, yeah.
I'm fully comfortable if you're willing to answer that, since
sure.
I think it might have been more targeted at you than
no
at
worries.
Vice President.
So we were just trying to see like what departments handle transfer. We weren't like making decisions for transfer students. Tressa, I work with her, and she is like a really big advocate for making sure transfer works better, and she works with all the incoming transfer students. As a student government, when we start making decisions on what we want to advocate on, transfer students will obviously be at the table because that is something we hold near and dear. However, I was just trying to gather information so then if you all were like, who do I go to for this, I can hopefully direct you in the correct area.
Amazing. Do we have any other questions for Vice President Ibrahim? Any other questions? And seeing none, we will go ahead and move along to my report. Thank you very much. So, what I've got for my report, first of all, I have, as promised, a sheet to send around to everybody with the dates of our upcoming meetings this semester for everyone to sign up for senator reports. I'm going to ask that everyone sign up for 2 of these. It doesn't particularly matter what 2 dates you sign up for. However, I'm going to give I'm going to make a humble request that you guys try to not all pick the same day so that we don't have like a 6-hour-long meeting of everyone just giving a report. And I'm also going to say that as just like a general tip, something that might be useful, is to separate your reports out so that you have something different to say at those reports. So maybe putting one, like, even next week if you've been up to a whole lot of stuff, or you just want to like set expectations of like, this is what I want to get up to, and then something a little bit later down the line, a couple weeks or even a month later, just saying like, here's how that went. So I'm going to send this around. Please put your name down for 2 of the dates, and then once it gets back to me, I'll make sure to get you guys on the agenda for those times, and I'll also send out calendar invites so that people get a reminder. I'm actually going to send it this way since last time you sent it that way, so we'll mix it up a bit. That's the first thing I've got for y'all. I wanted to start with that so that you could have it. And take your time filling that out too. If you have to take out your electronic device to look at calendars, go right ahead, which actually leads me into the next thing on my update, which is that previously last week, I stated that as part of our rules, we don't allow for the use of electronic devices during the meeting. That's just been something that's been set by precedent. That's not an actual rule that's set about that we have to abide by. And after a conversation about equitability among me as well as a senator and President Zellmer, we kind of came to the conclusion that we are more than willing to allow for the usage of electronic devices for the purposes of note-taking. We would request that you don't use them to become distracted, but we see the inherent value of being able to use electronic devices for note-taking. So that will be totally allowed. I will also say, so as we're going around with the senator report thing, the last thing I talked about last week was office hours, and mentioning that those are going to be due next week on Friday. In the event that we still do not have presence next week, what I'm going to be doing then is by Wednesday, I'm going to send out a form to everybody to fill out your senator reports on there. That's if we don't manage to get the present situation sorted out. Either way, I will update you on whether or not we will be utilizing a separate form or we'll be able to use presents for that. Sorry, little hiccup. But otherwise, we also just recently had the RSO fair today. I unfortunately was not able to join the student government group, which was very sad, but I do know that we had a couple of people that were out with the student government group. I would like to give a big thanks to Senator Mesta and Abera, who at least were out there when I came and stopped by, but also a big thanks to anyone else who was there. Senator Wynn, I take it you were also there? Heck yeah. Thank you guys very much. Those absolutely count for office hours, so you can totally use that. And thank you very much for helping us get the word out about student government. Also, I would like to congratulate everybody on the appointments that we've pushed through so far. I see a lot of everyone's names on here joining onto these committees. We will make sure that these committees reach out and start setting meeting times and stuff like that. If your committee is very inactive and you're not hearing anything about it, please come to us and we'll be able to be like, oh, well, the reason why is there's not a coordinator for that committee yet. Or that's weird, they're supposed to be having meetings. Let us look into that. So please keep us updated on that. And otherwise, congratulations on all of your committee appointments. That's all that I have for you guys. If people have any questions, I will stand for them. Yes, Senator Dumenji.
So you actually answered the question, but just make sure we don't have to email the community boards or like ask them about meeting dates. They're gonna reach out to us.
So hopefully they're going to reach out to you. They're supposed to reach out. I am going to yield to President Zelmer on this because I assume that you have more expertise on this situation than I do.
Yes, so they will be getting your information, like whoever convenes it, and then they'll be reaching out to you. If you don't hear from them and you're like, hey, I haven't heard anything, let me know and I can circle back around.
Yep. We'll make sure that those committees are meeting and doing what they're supposed to be doing. Anything else? All right. Seeing no further questions, we'll go ahead and move along. This is where we would normally have Senate reports. We don't currently have any because we're in the process of signing up for those now. And again, feel free to take your time setting that up. And we would then have vacancies at this time. Like we said, the vacancies will be pushed back to next week due to a lack of access to the form for people. So, following vacancies, there's also no new business or old business unless anyone would like to bring forward any new business, though I am not aware of any motions on the table at this moment. So, moving along, there's no old business. I will go to announcements, if anybody has any announcements for the good of the group. I'm going to give it to Senator Bassnett first, actually.
Hello, everybody. I am planning to, let's say, what can I say? I'm planning to plan an event where I want to encourage the university students to be a stand-up comedian, let's say. Because I mean it's from student event teams, but and my advisors told me to use the like a popular maybe stand-up comedian, but I as a student leader thought that it would be great for somebody who would be wonderful to do stand-up comedy in front of maybe 300 to 400 people. So I am just searching on stand-up comedian who is also a student. And I want to encourage you to reach out to me or student event teams or any of the member to maybe able to audition. There are 5 to 6 people whom we already have. But I want to have more and then see because we are, it would be the paid job, I guess, for at least 2 hours to 1 hour. So if you can, if you feel like you can do that, then please come up to me and then we can definitely talk about that. Yes, thank you.
Amazing, thank you very much. I will also say we had a lovely speaker earlier from Open Forum who's from speech and debate team, and I know that's got a lot of very confident, strong public speakers in that group. So that might be a good area to start for that. But I'm going to pass it over to President Zelmer.
Yes, I just wanted one last reminder that next week is Inauguration Week for President Inch. Not only is there Pizza with the President for students on Tuesday from 5:30 to 7:30, but there's also different things. There's a day of service, a scholar walk, as well as the inauguration ceremony. And those will be office hours as well. Thank the speaker for that one. That was their idea. So, so if you come to Pizza with the President, especially if you help set up, there you go. So also you'll be in my good graces. But make sure that you go attend those, support President Inch, as well as, yeah, please come to the ceremony so you can like smile at me if I pause or anything.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll pass it over to Senator Roberts.
I will say it once again. Katie already eloquently said it earlier. We don't meet this upcoming Monday because of Labor Day, but every Monday, 4 p.m., Armstrong Hall 311, speech and debate. So if you want to, and I encourage you, Senator Bassnett, to come. I know a few wonderful members who are focused on comedy, who would be really good candidates for what you are looking for.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. I see our advisor, John.
Thank you. I'm putting on my hat as a student activities person now. As you may have heard or seen if you are on the RSO newsletters, information's coming out about homecoming. Homecoming's 2 weeks earlier this year than it normally is. And what we are told and has been reinforced in our staff meetings is that everything any student organization needs to know about homecoming is available on the homecoming website. All of the rules packets, the registration forms, they've been tested, they're all working. So if you have a group that is interested in competing in homecoming, there's that opportunity. Also, if you're part of a student organization that would like to raise funds, there are opportunities for student organizations to work various events throughout the homecoming week and earn funds for their organizations. So there's information available about that as well. So anything about homecoming, take a look at the website. Hopefully you're part of some groups that will be competing or out there. I'm sure they will be coming to talk about it, but mark on your calendar the third evening of Thursday during homecoming. I believe it's Thursday when lip sync is. Lip sync is always one of the most highly anticipated events of the year during homecoming, so consider that. So that's all I have today.
Thank you very much. And then I'll also pass it over to Senator Nguyen.
So there's a surprise we're doing right now, and if you guys are major business or minor business, it's just apply. That's apply. We have great scholarship, great alumni network. It's a great way to boost your resume. Myself, I landed 3 internships after I joined at the apply. So you want to make connection and land an internship or get a job offer, you should join at the apply. We usually meet at Morris Hall 103, 7 p.m.
Thank you very much. Senator Dermenji.
Yes, so last semester, me and my team, we actually established a new RSO for international students within College of Business. So we have our first meeting this semester. It's going to be this Friday at 4:30 at CSU 203. And everybody who's willing to come, it doesn't matter if you're in College of Business or if you're an international student. We're welcoming everybody. We really say that we appreciate if you bring any new ideas. And we have different speakers every meeting, and we're discussing different career fairs, and we're just happy to see everybody. So.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Do we have anybody else for announcements for the good of the group? All right. Seeing that there's no one else, I'm actually going to make an announcement because I see that the Senator Reports sign-up sheet is still going around, and seeing that we are about to do roll call and then adjourn afterwards, if you do not get the Senator Reports sheet by the time that we adjourn, please stick behind and just fill out that real quick before you head out. No pressure to the people who currently have it. I don't want to cause you guys to have to hurry up or stress at all. But any further announcements? No? No further announcements? Then we're going to move on to roll call. All right. Senator Ibrahim? Amazing. Thank you. Senator Bassnett?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Kang?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Larson?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Woldekaiden? Senator Woldekaiden? Senator Dermenji? Thank you. Senator Victor Wynn?
Yeah.
Thank you. Senator Roberts?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Rivera? Oh, I see that you're here. Senator Nickwin?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Nurala? Thank you. Senator Al-Harbi. Senator Al-Harbi. Senator Dustin?
Yep.
Thank you. Senator Atmaker? Senator Atmaker? Senator Mendez-Martinez? Thank you. All right. Then in that case, Senator Hawk? Thank you. Senator Mesta?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Osman? Senator Osman. Senator Parek? Thank you. Senator Seek? I see you're filling out the form. You're good. Senator Blanchard?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Hansen?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Ja?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Roiger?
Here.
Thank you. And then President Zelmer?
Here.
Vice President Ibrahim?
Here.
And myself. All right, wonderful. Then in that case, I ask people who haven't already filled out the form to stick around a little while longer and fill it out. But otherwise, we will go ahead and adjourn this meeting at, sorry, I'm borrowing your phone, 4:59 p.m.
Oh, we finished before 5. Nice.
Speed run. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the
Yeah.
I don't. We'll talk about it.
Okay. Is it off?
So, oh my gosh, Brian? Nice. In the back, like, I want to get back to like the cabinet meeting with the cabinet since you all would be like.